we said we are taking D right now, or D, so the one that has a kind of PP. P, 2P, 5P, 2P, 4P, 10P. So A equals to P, 2P, 5P, and B equals to 2P, 4P, 10. Okay, 2P, 4P, 10P, 4P, 10P. Okay, so let's find our dot product. A dot B will be what? Or P times 2P plus 2P times 4P plus 5P times 10P. And everything will be 2P squared plus 8P squared plus, what do we have there? 50P squared. All are like terms, so that is 60P squared. So magnitude of A before that of B. So magnitude of A, that's the square root of 2P squared plus square root of P squared square root of P squared 2P squared plus 5P squared, and that will be square root of P squared plus 4P squared plus 25P squared. Okay, and that is 4 plus 1 is 5, or 30. So that is square root of 30P squared, which is P root 30. Okay. For B, let's do the same thing for B. Magnitude of B, that will be equals to square root of 2P squared plus 4P squared plus 10P squared. Okay, 10P squared, square outside the bracket, please. So that will be square root of 4P squared plus 16P squared plus 100P squared, and that is equals to, this is 16, 120, 120P squared, which is let's square it of this. This is a perfect square, right? A kind of perfect square. What is this at 5? 16 times 5. Yes. So this is 4 times 30. Okay. 30 is 6 times 5. 30 is 6 times 5. Yeah. Which is also 3 times 10. 2 times 3 times 5. So the only square we have here is it's going to be 4P squared multiplied by square root of 30. Okay, and that is 2P root 30. Okay, so now that we have all of this, let's find cos theta. So cos theta, which is equals to A dot B all over magnitude of A magnitude of B. What is A dot B? 60P squared all over magnitude of A, P root 30, multiplied by magnitude of B, 2P root 30. This is strange, but it is simple as last. So this is 60P squared all over P squared multiplied by 2 times 30. Root 30 times 30, that will be root 30 times root 30, that will just be 30. So you can see that numerator and denominator are the same thing. 60P squared all over 60P squared. So they cancel each other. They are equals to 1. So therefore we have that cos theta equals to 1 and theta equals to cos inverse of 1. Cos inverse of 1 is 0 degree. We are taking the acute side since we cannot have an angle that we have angle what? 360 degrees. So the answer is 0 degree. Theta equals to 0 degree. That's the final answer. So take your classwork, guys. Example 3. Find which of the following vectors are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular. So if two vectors are perpendicular, their dot product equals to 0. Remember, two vectors are perpendicular if A dot B equals to 0. Okay. So we just do A dot B for all of them. So for vector A, we have A equals to 3i 6j, B equals to 1 minus 3 minus 4. So this is 3i plus 6j, B equals to 1i minus 3j minus 4k. Okay. So perpendicular imply we have A dot B equals to 0. So A dot B equals to 3 times 1 plus 6 times minus 3 plus 0 times 4. Okay, and that is 3 minus 18, which is minus what? Minus 15. So A is not perpendicular to B because the dot product is not equal to 0. The dot product is not equal to 0. Okay, find which of the following vectors are perpendicular. Okay, oh, we actually have many of them: A, B, C, D. So let's try, we've tried A dot B. So let's try A dot C. C is 7i plus 4j plus 5k. So let's try C, uh, 7i plus 4j plus 5k plus 4j plus 5k. So let's try A dot C. A dot C will be 3 times 7 plus 4 times minus 3, okay, plus 0 times 5, which is going to be 21 minus 12, and that is 9. So A is not perpendicular to C because the dot product is not equal to 0. Since A dot C is not equal to 0. So this is what we can do. So let's also see B dot C. So B dot C. So B dot C will be 1, 7 minus 3, 4 minus 4, 5. So that is 1 times 7 plus minus 3 times 4 plus minus 4 times 5. And that is 7 minus 12 minus 20, which is 7 minus 32. Okay, and that is minus 23, that's minus 25. So B dot C is equals to minus 25, which is not equals to 0. So that implies not perpendicular. Alright, so we have a D left. So we're going to try A dot D, B dot D, and C dot D. Do you think that will be perpendicular? I'm going to leave that one for you as an example, as classwork. So classwork. So you're going to check A dot D, B dot D, and C dot D. Okay. Check if they are perpendicular, and let's see your answer.